this wonderful book that's on the landscape now of Newfoundland literature, My Indian. Can we talk a little more about that title? How, Sheila, how you came upon the name of My Indian?
Well, Jesse, as I said, when we met on Chiefs that day at Powwow, we were going through, you know, Chief basically had the outline, and I was looking at it and looking at Cormac's journal, and I said, you know, I know the title of this book. And he said, what do you mean? I said, it has to be My Indian. So I think you were a bit reluctant at first because, well, you know, all that throwing the book every time, throwing Cormac's journal and me ducking, but Cormac in his journal 27 times right from page 1 referred to Sylvester Joe as My Indian. And I thought this is a great way to reclaim the narrative and to really highlight what was the norm at the time. And you know, it is a bit controversial, I suppose, but we actually wrote something inside the book explaining why we chose that title. And as soon as people read that, they get it, they understand, and they applaud the choice of title.
Well, I think it's great to take that nomenclature back, right? And what's the reaction been like, Chief, to the book?
It's been incredible. You know, I was surprised because it's with the name itself, My Indian, and then you know, people. Sheila know a lot of people too as well, and I know a lot of people across the land, and you know, we immediately got a lot of responses from education and from institutions around Newfoundland, and of course, as far away as Nova Scotia, Quebec, Ontario, places like that, and we've sat and talked to kids in the school about the book and what it means.
I'm fascinated. So while Cormac's journey with him was just ending with his Indian, Sylvester's journey was just beginning.
Absolutely.
What a tremendous amount of courage that must have taken to go against that notion of grave robbing at the time. What a horrible situation for Sylvester to be in, and what bravery to oppose it.
Well, absolutely. When you read the book, you know, I mean, keep in mind again, this is a tale that is fixed in my mind because I don't know what. I'm just thinking this is what he would have said. So
Yes.
Elders would have said.
Yeah.
You know, you're showing this man things that we don't want you to, in terms of finding the other people. We know what's going to happen, and so if you take on this position of being his guide, you're being dishonest in some ways because he's going to hire you, we hope, and then, but at the same time, you're not going to show him what he wants is to find the Bialik people. So you have to keep him away from finding those pockets of Aboriginal Bialik people at the time, but at the same time, make sure that he gets safely across to the West Coast where he wants to go. So you're sort of in a strange place that you're going to be. So he had to promise his elders that I'll do that. I'll make sure that he gets to where he wants to go. But it's a place in the book where he disappears one night. And of course, that's when Cormac calls him a coward for leaving him alone and stuff like that. But that was a time in the book that he went off to make sure that the family that they saw, the smoke from their wigwam, that it was in fact Mi'kmaq people and not Bialik people. So you had to stay out overnight to do that.